In this video, we'll learn how to generate API keys and set up Mistral AI to work with our MCP project. So if you want to learn what MCP is, there is an MCP introduction video. In that video, we go through the installation details of MCP, what MCP is, and how all these components work with each other. But in this particular video, we just want to take a look at Mistral AI particularly and see how we can generate API keys and use that API key to make some MCP calls to interact with our Slurp'it instance. So this is the project. You can find it under the Slurp'it IO organization page on GitLab. This project is called Slurp'it MCP server. If you want to clone it, you do it from here. And once you do that, you have to change a couple of things, and those are the environment variable files, one inside the clients folder and the other one inside the server folder. So I'm inside my project. I go to clients and there is an .env.example file. You have to copy that and rename it or make a copy of this file with a different name, which is called env. This is just for the reference. It tells you the environment variable names that you should consider if you want to use these. But if you actually want to go ahead and use that, you have to have a .env file for both clients and server. For the server, we don't need to worry about that too much. We're using the sandbox instance with the API key on the sandbox. And we're going to set the use private tools to true because we want to make some private API calls or use the private tooling inside MCP. And private tooling basically refers to some private prompts regarding create, update, and delete operations. If you just want to retrieve or list some data, list some details, those are going to be public prompts. And for that, you don't need to have the private tools enabled. Now, back to the environment variable file for clients, I have some MCP URL details here. But what I want to do here is I want to use Mistral AI. This is the model. You should use this name. And Mistral AI API key is something that I need to generate and put in here. Keep in mind that if you're using any of these models, you have to remove or at least, just like me, comment out all the other models. So it's not going to interrupt our process. Now let's actually see how we can generate a Mistral API key. You go to this web page, the admin console on the Mistral.ai website, you sign in and authenticate. After that, you have to have an organization created. Mine is called my org. After you do that, you can't still generate an API key like in basically OpenAI console or the other models. You have to have a plan first or choose a plan. And it's basically a plan between free and paid. So I'm going to choose experiment for free. Once I do that, I have to tick this box as well and subscribe. Now I'm going to put in my phone number here. And I have to put in the verification code that I just received on my phone. Click on confirm code. Subscription successful. Go to AI Studio. Go back to API keys. Create new key. And I can give it a name, or what if I just create one? There we go. I just created one, so I can copy this key and use it in my project. But this key doesn't have any balance associated with it. That means I can't really make any actual call because I don't have any credit or balance, again, associated with this API key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use another API key that I have that actually has some balance in it so I can work with it in practice. So back here, I am just going to paste in my API key, save the file, and come back. That's it. Now I am going to fire up my Docker containers, run the main.py entry file, and that puts me inside the container itself. And from there, I can actually make my API calls. It is telling me that the model is Mistral or Mistral AI. That means we have successfully read from the environment variables, and memory is also enabled, and verbose is false. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to example MCP prompts that I have on the other side. And from here, I'm going to choose a private tooling for this video. And that is going to be the create updates and delete operation. So what I'm going to do is under site tools, I will choose a private prompt, and that is going to be the first one, a site with name and the rest of the details. So I will paste it here, hit enter, wait a few seconds and come back. So it looks like our site has been created successfully. The new site has been successfully created. Now that means if I go to the console, I should be able to see it. Here I will go to inventory, sites. Sure enough, our sandbox HQ is here. So in this video, we learned how to generate Mistral AI API keys and run a create operation using our MCP solution.